This is not just another video about healing. This is a transmission. Welcome to Inside the God Code. There is a hidden architecture running beneath everything you've experienced. Beneath the trauma, the survival patterns, the identities you had to wear just to stay safe. Most people never see it, but once you do, you can never unsee it. The God Code is not a concept. It is the original coherence you were born with, the living signal that modern life has trained you to forget. And right now, something inside you is beginning to remember. Not because you're broken, but because you were always going to return here. If you feel a quiet pull while watching this, stay with it. You were led here for a reason. And now, let's begin. There are moments in life when something quietly begins to shift inside you. Not loudly, not dramatically, just slowly. The distractions that once worked lose their grip. Noise becomes exhausting. Certain conversations feel empty. Old versions of yourself begin to fall away. And underneath it all, a question surfaces. What if something deeper is happening here? Most people never pause long enough to ask it, not because they are weak, not because they lack intelligence, but because modern life conditions the nervous system into survival from an early age. Stress, fear, comparison, rejection, trauma, performance. The body adapts, and over time people stop living from presence and begin living from protection. That is the pattern I started noticing in healing that almost no one explains. Because trauma is not just pain. Trauma is fragmentation. It is what happens when mind, body, emotion, and identity lose their natural coherence. And once you truly see this, human behavior suddenly makes sense. Anxiety, people-pleasing, hyper-independence, emotional numbness, perfectionism, overthinking, the constant sense that you're never quite safe. Most people believe these are just personality traits. They are not. They are survival programs. The human body is brilliantly intelligent. When a nervous system endures enough unpredictability, enough pain, enough fear, it reorganizes. Heart rate elevates, breathing shallows, muscles stay braced, digestion slows, sleep fragments, awareness narrows to threat, protection becomes prison. So people stay busy, distracted, overstimulated, because silence is not peaceful when your nervous system still believes danger is coming. And this is where things become deeply fascinating. Across thousands of years and vastly different cultures, the same quiet observation kept resurfacing, not as religion, but as direct seeing. Beneath fear, beneath conditioning, beneath every survival identity, there exists something deeper. A signal, a living coherence. Different traditions gave it different names: spirit, consciousness, soul, divine intelligence, but they were pointing to the same untouched essence. And maybe what we are truly seeking in healing is not to become someone new. Maybe it is remembering who we were before survival shaped our identity. Because a traumatized nervous system stops experiencing life. It begins predicting it, scanning constantly for danger, rejection, abandonment, humiliation, betrayal. The body learns tension before it ever learns presence. And after enough years, the question changes from, "Who am I really?" to "How do I stay safe?" That is not failure, that is adaptation. But something extraordinary begins when awareness returns. You start seeing the patterns everywhere. You see how much of modern life is engineered for disconnection. Constant stimulation, constant comparison, constant performance. You see people living from protective masks, believing those masks are who they are. No wonder exhaustion feels normal. The nervous system was never meant for permanent alert. Healing can feel disorienting at first, because as you reconnect, the old identities begin to dissolve. The people pleaser, the hypervigilant one, the version built entirely around fear and approval. It can feel like you're losing yourself, but you are not losing yourself. You are losing what survival forced you to become. This is the real shift. Not becoming someone else, but becoming unable to abandon yourself anymore. And this is where the God Code reveals itself, not as fantasy, not as spiritual superiority, not as escape, but as remembrance. The original blueprint beneath all conditioning, the deeper intelligence that never fully left, the signal that still knows. Because underneath the anxiety, underneath the armor, underneath the fragmentation, something inside you still observes, still waits, still lives. You feel it sometimes, in silence, in nature, in moments when the nervous system finally stops fighting itself. For me, one of the first clear moments was simple. My body relaxed, without needing danger first. No visions, no drama, just the quiet realization, I am not surviving this moment. I am actually here. And once that shift begins, everything changes. You breathe differently. You feel differently. The things that once controlled you lose their power. Not instantly, not perfectly. Healing is not linear. Some days survival still roars. Some days fear returns. But underneath it all, something deeper has already awakened. A remembering, a return. The realization that you were never broken, only disconnected from your original coherence. And perhaps this is what humanity has been missing all along. Not more noise, not more performance, not more distraction, but reconnection to the body, to presence, to truth, to each other, to the deeper intelligence already within us. This understanding became part of my healing. Something inside me slowly started returning. And maybe, if something inside you stirred while hearing this, maybe something inside you is beginning to return too. You are not weak. You are not ruined. Your nervous system simply adapted to survive. But survival was never meant to become your permanent home. Beneath the conditioning, beneath the fear, beneath the fragmentation, the signal is still there, waiting for you to remember. You were always going to end up here, inside the God Code.